Can you imagine your life is going great, you get signed to the NBA, you're making loads of money, and then you got these leeches out here trying to take everything for what you got? That's exactly what happened to this man right here last year, and the situation is still ongoing. So this is how people responded to it when the allegations first came out. And you can see why allegations without any evidence can ruin a man's life, career, family, everything. And this is the girl who accused him. Her name is Maddie Nail, can't really pronounce it. But if you try and look this girl up, she's invisible. She's been taken off the map. She's being protected, whatever's going on. You can't find photos, social media is nothing.
In the state of Kansas versus Terrence Shannon Jr., we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of rape. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of aggravated sexual battery.
The fact that this woman put him, his family, his career, his whole life on the line to be ruined for her own gain and benefit is just a definition of evil, plain and simple. You got to be really careful out here, guys, because these girls that do this is all planned and coordinated and orchestrated, everything. You got to be careful. You really have. Even though he got not guilty, which is great, the situation did actually get worse from this point.
Wait a second. So when they tested Terrence Shannon's supposed victim, they found not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 different people's DNA in there? This woman really went out there and falsely accused this man when she had a whole starting 5 down there. When I read this stuff, all I could hear in my ears was... But seriously though, how are you going to sit there and falsely accuse somebody when you've been scored on more than the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup final? Also, there are apparently texts in a group chat between the alleged victim and another girl talking about how they got him and all that other stuff. That's just wild, man. And they're just allowed to get away with it with no consequences. Turns out Terrence Shannon didn't even interact with her at all. And the thing is, after this, you'll still have some women wondering why we as men don't approach them anymore. My man didn't even approach her or talk to her. You know, a couple of years ago, I used to joke around about wanting to use those consent contracts when it came to this kind of stuff. Honestly, it don't sound like a bad idea anymore.
That is the craziest thing about all this. Him, his family, he was suspended for a whole bunch of time. People were hating on him. He never even met the girl. Never spoke to her. Never met her. Never touched her. Nothing. And it went that far. It went to that extreme. It's crazy, man. Like, this is why guys, like he said, this is why guys just don't approach girls anymore. And guys are just too scared to lay it down with a chick because you never know what they're thinking. I mean, this situation just proves that. And the text messages that were found in a group chat, which he's referring to, we've got them right here, guys. When ESPN article broke on the 28th of December 2023 of Terrence Shannon Jr. allegations, group text messages offered into evidence show, the friend shared the ESPN link and said, "Oh my God." The best friend said, "You got him." Wow. And then the victim said, "Yep, yes sir." Another friend said, "Got his ass." And then the dollar, like the money emoji. So it's pretty obvious what they're referring to. The use of money signs emoji above, yep, was blown up on an exhibit by TSG attorneys. Yeah, so this was all used, and this post was shared this year. Man, these people, I don't know how these people sleep at night. I don't know how these people sleep at night. And like I said before, if you try and look this girl up, there's a few things saying about how her family, they've moved away, they've gone off the map, they're being protected. They were never arrested. There was no charges put against her or these girls, whatever, which is absolutely insane. I hope Terrence sues the shit out of this girl, man, for everything she's got.
Know about the story of Terrence Shannon. He was accused, he's an All-American player, Illinois, he's accused of rape. Had to go to trial. End up winning the trial because they had the girl's text messages with her friends. And the text messages, I'm gonna actually send you something real quick, Murder, while we on the phone so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Wow. Yeah, Murder. So I just actually sent you something. And yeah, he's an all-American basketball player out of Illinois. Got accused of this. So now every stadium he goes to play, because there's still allegations, the whole crowd is screaming, "No means no. No means no." Heard his stock draft, took him off the All-American team, and he's just been acquitted for all of this at trial because they got the girl's text messages of her actually setting this up. How does this work? They're fucking with this future, knowing it was a setup from day one. Now his money and livelihood is being affected. Now that people know it's swept under the rug, but he may have been ignored and not invited to some workouts, not invited to some teams to be talked about, not invited to a Laker Day or Phoenix Suns Day or whatever, pro day each team had because of this situation. And when it's one thing beating a case because of not the right evidence, lack of DNA proof, whatever. This is outright text messages, laughing at a setup, and now he's being affected.
It's good that a lot of these places are addressing this and making other people aware of what's out there, especially these young, successful guys. Because these women be lurking, man. They don't care about you. They'll be like the devil on your shoulder telling you everything you want to know, and the next thing, your whole life's flashing before your eyes and she's accusing you of stuff. Even if you ain't met the girl, that's wild, man. Anyone who does this and gets found that, that they're lying and they're mocking it like these girls were, they should be locked up, no questions asked. The fact that they can just walk free and still be laughing about it and probably put up in a house somewhere rent-free, paid by us, is, man, because we all know if a guy did this, he would get locked up for it. She should be locked up and her friends be locked up, no questions asked, because who's to say that they're not out doing it to someone else right now? Guys, let me know what you think of that situation.